President Studio. Well, wow, I've got more than 5 stars. I've never seen that. Oh, and it's made with Unity. Yeah, this is good. Hello, Mr. President. We are preparing the Oval Office for your arrival. Please do not... Okay. Oh, now we're loading things. Alright, that works. Looks like a good time to be an American president. Can I ask, is controller support supported? No, why would it be? Alright, cool. I can tell what kind of experience I'm in for in this game. How's it going, chicks and mates? This is Mrjacharles, and we are here with I Am Your President. Now, don't mean to get anything political here. This isn't a political space. This is a space where some fucking retard just doesn't know what he's doing with his life. This is just a guy trying to play a few good games. Don't need any of that, Theodore Roosevelt. That guy, what was he doing with his life? Don't I accidentally hit my tick there? That didn't feel good. Cool! I mean, I wouldn't mind looking at the settings, and I haven't done that in a while, so let's take a look. Resolution, difficulty level. I'm gonna keep that how it is, but I didn't know I could adjust the difficulty level of being the President of the United States. Alright, cool! Is there any way I can, like, fail this and burn America to the ground? I don't want to do that, but I'm curious if I can do that. Okay, I think this game is actually quite old now. Choose scenario. Great. Make America great again. Really didn't want to get political there. There are many challenges ahead, Mr. President. Sorry, I'm not going to use an American accent. I tried doing that in the, speakeasy game. What's it called? Best served cold? Or something about being cold and serving. Yeah, and my voice acting was just terrible. I hated it. So I'm not trying to be an American anymore. But I watch your step. You'll either die a covfefe. Should I know what that is? I don't. Or rule long enough to make America that again. Okay. Or it was a twist of fate that made you assume the power of the presidency and try to fill your predecessor's shoes, try to overcome adversities and take your rightful place in the history books. So my choices are make my country great or prove myself. I prefer to not choose the option of the current president, who I have nothing against. I just, you know, I generally do not mind the president. It's one of those things where whoever it is, everyone will say he's doing a bad job, and then the next president comes, and then we have to tell them that they're doing a bad job. That's my whole thing on American politics. Oh, on British politics, it's shit, and Starbucks can fuck off. But American politics, I'm not judging. Easy, medium. Look at these options. What's happening? Oopsie poopsie. Dropped my microphone. It's cool. This one looks okay, but he looks more like a manager at your local branch. And this guy managed to blow up. Well, he couldn't have blown up the White House because the White House should be bigger. So did he just like light a fire at a campsite? Well, so it said in the options the default was medium. I'm going to stick with that because I suspect this game might actually be good. Interestingly enough, this game is twice as big as the game I played last time, which was the I Am Your Beast. Yeah, I did both the I Ams next to each other, imagine that. Which leads to believe that there's going to be some like proper action going on. I'm curious. Oh, you're going to explain them to me. Oh, okay, so I can read this. It's a standard difficulty level with no additional modifications to penalties and rewards. It does not include hints on the direction of changes. I don't care about that. Higher rewards, lower penalties, and hints in dialogue. Focus on decisions rather than fighting for survival. I mean, I knew this would be a difficult job, but fighting for survival. And this is the struggle for survival. Bigger penalties, smaller rewards, seasons with more crises. No, medium will do. I want to play this as it was meant to be played. A normal, medium, that's normally how things were. Okay. Going for a bit of narrative. It was weeks before graduation when you started to feel like a failure and a fraud. Even though you were a top student of Yale Law School, I had a lot of friends and a bright future ahead, suddenly none of that mattered anymore. What am I doing here anyway, you asked yourself? Alright, God, the illustrations are very nice. I want to hire this artist. One day, you've been walking aimlessly around campus for hours when you stumbled across Lisa, a friend you secretly had a crush on. Okay, didn't know we would be discussing love affairs in this game. Where are you going, you asked her. To see my friend's show. He's a political comedian. These politicians don't know what they're doing. So, you know, I couldn't do it. But, you know. Alright, what's so funny about politics? You have to see for yourself, Lisa replied. So you went together. Hollis, that was the name of Lisa's friend, the political comedian. Oh, that was the name of... Okay, cool. Redmond Hollis. I bet he's a hack, you thought. Alright, you got some nice curtains out. But he wasn't. In fact, his first joke got you laughing. It went like this. How did we know communism was doomed from the beginning? There are a lot of red flags. Yeah, alright. If con is the opposite of pro, then isn't Congress the opposite of progress? That's also quite good, but I like the communist one. Forgive me. When you notice the way... Wait a minute, I'm in China. Should I be concerned about playing this right now? I mean, I don't think a single Chinese person has mentioned communism to me yet. But maybe that's like one of those things they don't talk about. Maybe there are cameras in my room. Well, maybe, but I'm just not going to think about that right now. Better than being in the UK, at least I can actually get food. Alright, when you noticed the way Lisa was looking at him, you realized immediately that you don't stand a chance with her. That night you had concluded that you might become good friends, all three of you, or it was best to keep your enemies close. And Hollis has just become your greatest rival. Yeah, man, I wanted to pork that. Hollis, I'm going to execute you like Stalin. Alright, cool. I'm doing very good at keeping this non-political. Of course, at that time, you had no idea that 3 decades later, Redmond Hollis will become the US president and Lisa will be his first lady. Let alone that you'll be his vice. Alright, maybe I should be more positive about the outlook of life. And then... oh dear. Oh, Redmond, what have you done? You're not very popular. You got industry. Your military might's pathetic. God, I don't even know what you're doing about real issues. What the fuck is this, like, area? Like, can I just say, I think this was made maybe mid to late 2010s. I can't remember off the top of my head. Possibly even in the 20s. This looks like a Scream from, like, you know those CD-ROMs you could get in the early 2000s and late 90s? That's what this looks like right now. It's not bad, but it's surprising. Alright, diplomacy's doing good. I guess I can just make things up as I go along. Why is society doing so bad? The level of people's satisfaction with the standards of living and your likability among the citizens. Alright, I'm sure I can mess that up. Oh my god. Man in the suit. I wonder how much they paid this guy to do his job. The model, not the security guard. It's been 2 hours since the US President Redmond Hollis and his wife Elizabeth both died in a horrible bombing incident. I hope I did that. You have to deal with that and with everything else. You're the next US President. Mr. President, how are you feeling? My choices are... wait, what's this down? Okay, cool. I've been in politics for more than 25 years. I don't have feelings, only goals. Or, how am I supposed to feel? Why is one... Okay. How am I supposed to feel? The US President and his wife were blown to pieces by the extremists, and I had to identify the bodies. Let's be strong Iron Lady Margaret Thatcher. I'm sure they'd like that. Oh, okay. So what is your goal, sir? And I only have one goal. Reach the White House alive. Then I will tell the nation that the first couple was murdered by the extremists, and we all have to carry on somehow. So I'm guessing this is more of a fantastical United States of America. It doesn't feel like we say that or admit that. I mean, I imagine there are extremists in America. We're just saying, but to be fair, I wouldn't imagine there's that many car bombings on political figures. I mean, it's not the 60s anymore. That's all. I know he was your closest friend. Really? Some say he was also the reason why you got into politics. Oh, they've got percentage symbols. That means I'm making an important decision. Politicians don't have real friends or any colleagues. I went into politics to see if I could change things. Later I found out that it is easier to break stuff and hurt others than to make a difference. Yeah, really inspirational. Or, yes, inspired me in my younger days. Now I won't have to finish what he started. I'll do that with a heavy heart. I don't like either of these options. My first option is to say I'm going to break this country, or my other option is to say, hey, he was a good guy. And I don't like Raymond Hollis. He took my girl. I don't have a wife, and something tells me that's not going to change anytime soon. I'm going to be that ugly thing that, you know, like JFK, one of the biggest American president, and he got shot and everyone was sad. And then there was that guy that took over after him, and no one knew who he fucking was. No one remembers him. Like, Steven Spielberg made one film about him, and then everyone forgot. That's what's happening here, and I'm that second guy. Alright, well, I'd rather not sound like I'm going to be a complete dick waffle, so yeah, I'll do my duty with a heavy heart. Boo-hoo! Really? Oh, yeah, we missed the gay president. We wanted to suck his willy. We will be arriving in Washington shortly. Any special requests, sir? A McDonald's, that'd be nice. Let's address the elephant in this room, or rather on this plane. Did Hollis tell you anything? Or you could just say just one question before we wrap things up. Can we do the bottom one? Because that might lead to something else. And if you, President... What? Okay, but the one question is now completely different. So it's not just one question, it's two questions, but you have to ask another question to get to... So three questions... No, statement then question. Alright, fine. Why didn't you stop them? I don't know what's happening here. Didn't stop who, sir? These extremists. These... who put a bomb on their kid and told him to run to the first couple's limousine. Alright, I had no idea this kid had a bomb on him. None of us knew. Did it surprise you? Now I know some people were sending death threats to both Redmond and Lisa, but I still cannot comprehend why any of this happened. I don't know, man. Did we have a security rating? We have a military rating, but that's not quite what I was going for. Alright, cool. So you must understand my job was... okay, so one of these helped me with my speech. Should I be going for that? Or I really don't understand, like... What am I meant to be going for here? Am I meant to... Why did that show me a bar? That's a bit concerning. So my choices are to keep the president and his wife safe. You're a failure. You'll never find another job in this country, I swear. Now leave. I have a eulogy to write. Which, honestly, firing this guy before we're even properly a president, yeah, a really good choice there. Or I should fire you, but I know we all learn from our mistakes and you'll never let anyone die on your watch again. You know what? Only because it says speech. Oh, no, wait a minute. The top left. When I change the option, it changes the statistic I'm selecting. So my choices actually make a difference. I'm not used to that. I'm used to being a kindergarten teacher. You know, I feel like the speech will be more useful politically. So I'm gonna tell this guy to just screw himself. Yep, you failed. I'm gonna be a hard-hitting guy. Yeah. Out the door! Okay, something about speeches. Ah, yes! Speeches. One of the best ways for presidents to leave their mark in US history. Fortunately, there's a whole squadron of talented writers to aid you in this task, or with this task. Just drag and drop the intro, body, and closing of your choice onto the paper, and you're good to go out there and change the world. It's just gonna be like, I choose the best option. It's gonna be like, right, you lose all your military and everything. Right. I knew this day was coming. Oh, no, hold on. So it's 3 intros, 3 mains, and 3 endings. How about... the main bit. Today I will tell all my fellow Americans. Is it gonna like change when I put it in? I'm gonna go for this. Yes. Fred, I have the most devastating news of our lifetimes. They're dead. I try to think about things that made us both laugh. Yeah, let's try and sound honest. Is that... Oh, okay, so again, that's... Is that... Why would that affect diplomacy? I'm guessing like max bar means, oh yeah, this is really good and you're going to get an increase. But when it's a low bar, so why would that decrease diplomacy? I mean, it says America's position on the international arena. So am I going to sound like a pussy? Really? Okay, fine. Well, I do need to do something about my society. Who comforts me? Wow, now diplomacy. No, I'm changing that. This one? Well, now people don't like me. Oh dear, being a president is going to be very hard. Why is that going to help the politics? I want to help with society, though. What was the society one? Why is everything ruining society? God damn it. Alright, I feel like I should go for the option that makes the option, like the standings better, as opposed to what sounds good. So this one, useless. This one, also useless. Okay, and then there's this one, which is a balance of everything, which doesn't seem that bad. And this one, which is also a balance of everything. Okay, so I shouldn't do the devastating news thing. Maybe I'll go for this one. I don't really care what it says. I'm just going to YOLO it. Yeah, good. You will not be able to undo your words. Yeah, fine. I don't even need to read them. Fuck it. I'm the president. I get paid for this. Did that help? Go! Oh, and then that's gonna... Well, let's look at more points, right? Because there's more society, what I need. Less politics ain't good. And more diplomacy, which I've got heaps of. This is a good idea, yeah. Alright, cool. And now I'm in a new place. But I'm gonna try and... Can I pause the episode with the escape key? No, I can't. Can I pause the episode with this? No. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna... P... No, I don't want... Because P might mean, like... plow the country with your bombs. I don't know. Okay, cool, but I am going to end the episode here. And next time I guess we'll actually try and be president in this lovely, lovely United States White House setting. Alright, cool. I think I'm going to fuck this up. If you want to do that for yourself, if you want to destroy America with the power of words, there'll be a link to the game description down below. And without further ado, look out for my books, subscribe to the channel next time. See ya!